Chapter 8 is called the basic managerial planning. It's planning, right? One of the 4 functions of a manager. What is planning, right? What is the planning process? And then we will talk about the goal setting. We will introduce you different, let's say, different kinds of planning, and then contingency planning, and then also this how to manage this planning process. What we want to discuss is what is a plan. What is planning, right? Plan, in the textbook, it says the blueprint or a framework of how organization expects to achieve its goal. So actually, you can treat it like a map, how the organizations use this map to guide them, to direct them, right, to achieve the goals. So this is the plan. Here we say like the path to follow in attempting to reach the goal, right? Many people, they treat the planning as like a developer scheduling. So, oh, this is the task, this is timeline. Okay, done. Later on, we will talk about the Gantt chart, the PERT, right? For me, those are like just a scheduling, with tools. It's not the planning. Sometimes the people make it exchangeable, but treat the planning as a little broad concept. And then we will have the goal setting. And then we will have what, the plan, the task plan, right? The schedule, okay? The design. Keep it simple. It's the goal setting phase and then the designing phase. And then the next step, controlling. Controlling is not only control, all right? Monitor and then adjustment, right? Adjusting. Actually, controlling including a very important step. You can call implementing, acting, right? Action, all right? And then implementation, action, okay? And then monitoring, adjusting. If we have some problem, we need to adjust the goal, adjust the design, adjust the schedule, and then we implement, and then we control or monitor, okay? So this is more like a circle. Planning activities, actually, this is trying to show the managerial competence. So if you are good at this planning activity, that means you have this competence, okay? Actually, I did a lot of project and I did a lot of planning. I mean, I totally agree. This is a good chance for us to get, to show our ability, to show our competence. Talk about a little bit, we talk about this so-called the responsibility of. So actually planning, we have different level managers from the executive, from the office, top manager, middle manager, first line manager. Actually, we all have our own planning process. Why we say start with the top management. So actually, they set up the goal, right? The corporate, let's say level, very high level goals. I mean, you can call somehow like the vision, mission, strategy, right? And then this will cascade down. And then we have so-called the tactical planning, strategic planning, and then the tactical planning, and then the operational planning or operations plan. Later on, we will talk about the goal setting, right? We will have the strategic planning or the strategy setting, okay? Strategic planning is better. We will have the middle manager. I have to say middle manager is, remember I said that the stuck in the middle. Why? I was a long time, middle manager. I needed to support my boss for strategic planning. But at the same time, I needed to develop my own tactical planning. Why technical? My function, okay, training, delivery. We needed to have very specific tactical plan. For middle manager, all right, tactical, this is for middle manager, all right? And then the first line manager, quite simple, it's implementation, right? Although they work on their own operational or operations planning, very specific, directly related to the operation or the daily routine. For me, like the training, head of training, I will say, hey, this is our target. So we want to develop a one project management training, right? And then the team, so we have the program team, develop the material, okay? They start to work on that. They have their own, let's say, the operational plan. And then we have the training delivery team, right? The trainers, all right? So they will start to organize the training. They have that training plan, organized training. This is the operational plan. Planning. It's not just about the plan, right? Planning broader. We should have a broader, like concept. I call this like a goal setting phase. Corporate strategy. They have this so-called like a vision, mission, right? This is a very, very high level, setting the goal, whether this is SMART, S-M-A-R-T. I don't know whether we have already talked about that. S-M-A-R-T, SMART. S stands for specific, M is measurable, and then A is achievable, R is realistic, right? And then T is timeless or timed. We will have a different level of goals, different level of target. Give you the quick example. Corporate, the company want to be the Fortune 500. Long-term goal. We want to open 100 stores, like a Publix. We want to open 100 stores in 5 years or 2 years, whatever, right? So that will be the time. And then the targets will be more specific and then more, let's say, short-term. We mentioned about the performance appraisal, right? Target is trying to assess to support your performance appraisal, whether you achieved the target or not. The goals, we will have, different functions. Here I just, take a note. I cannot memorize everything, right? The goals, actually, they have different functions, all right? The goal they have. So first of all, they show the direction, the guidance, right? So we set the goal. We know as the employees, because we are involved, right? So we know that the purpose, where the direction of our company, okay? And then the second function of the goals is facilitate the planning. I said that I want to split the planning as goal setting as the designing or the scheduling. I think designing, okay, designing phase. The goals will become like strategies, right? The strategy, and then we started to have different functions, right? We have own strategies. We will have so-called like a different levels planning, tactical planning, and then the operational planning. Why we say this is motivate and inspire employee? I like motivate. Once they set the goal, they have the target, it's connect with your performance appraisal, right? It's the pressure, but also it's the motivation. Why? Bonus, performance appraisal, bonus, scheme, bonus target. This is connected together. Also, actually, this is the opportunities, right? If we achieve the goal, first, this is my ability, my competence, right? Managerial competence. And then the last function is help the organization evaluate the control performance. Performance appraisal, right? So we have the goal, we have the target, and easy to measure, right? So, for the different levels, we have different goals, right? So first of all, this is by the management levels. The corporate level, we call this is like the mission vision, right? And then we have different level: top manager, middle manager, and then the let's say that the low first line manager. Also, this can be for different level, right? And then also for organizational area, for different departments, for different functions, right? You also have those goals or targets. Sales department, operation department, marketing department, and then let's say procurement department, right? Those are like, I'll call this like an operation. But also you will have supporting accounting, time frame. If this is very general or broad, this is for the high level goals. If this is very specific, right, very short term, this is low level goals or targets. Actually, I should bring up this as early as possible, right? So this is trying to put the different goals into this diagram. From here, see, this is different functions, right? Different functions. And then this is different management level. From top, you will say, hey, those goals is more like, we call like a vision, mission, right? This is strategy, okay? For each of those departments, we have different levels of strategy. Middle level, we call this is tactic. This low level, this is the tactic. This is the operational, okay, operational planning. This is strategic planning, tactical planning, and operational planning. Okay, this is following the goals or the targets from top to low, and then you will see what is the pattern, right? Broad, general to specific. Let's say that the long term to short term, and then from the corporate goals to the department targets.